Over the next few months, we're going to be going ahead and taking a look back at Reading's record-breaking 106-point season. Join me as we go ahead and look at each month respectively, starting with the pre-season right now. This is episode 1 of the 106 story, and this is the pre-season. After a disappointing end to the 2004-2005 season, Reading ended up losing 3 games on the bounce and dropped out of the playoffs in the last weeks of the season. Now, with the disappointment, Reading ended up making quite a lot of personnel changes in terms of players, of incomings and outgoings in the off-season. Starting with veteran players like Martin Keown and Les Ferdinand and Shaun Goater all leaving the club. They were all told that their contracts were not to be renewed, and with Shaun Goater leaving by mutual consent. Reading also saw midfielder Andy Hughes leave the club for £500,000 as he went to Norwich City. The most significant departure for the fans though was probably Nicky Forster. The man left after 6 years at the club and he ended up rejecting a contract from Reading to join Ipswich Town. But it wasn't just outgoings, it was also incomings, and Reading quickly replaced Nicky Forster. An Irish duo signing from Cork City saw Reading sign Kevin Doyle and Shane Long. Both players came for a combined £78,000 in what has to be one of the best bargains of all time. Reading also went cheap. They also signed Stephen Hunt on a free transfer from Brentford, and the future Irish international came as well on a low fee. But that wasn't where the free transfer stopped, and Chris Makin and John Oster also joined the club on a free. They came from Leicester and Burnley respectively, both looking to make an impact. But Reading didn't just not make free transfer signings. Reading smashed their club record transfer fee, shelling out £1 million for 20-year-old striker Leroy Lita. Lita ended up scoring 24 goals for Bristol City in League One the year prior, and even earned himself an England under-21 call-up. That wasn't where the spending stopped, and Reading continued to spend as they signed Icelandic international midfielder Brynjar Gunnarsson. He joined the club for £315,000 from Watford and was another big signing for the midfield. Now, pre-season came about and Reading ended up playing 8 games during that time. They started off with 2 wins, defeating local teams Slough and Didcot, both by 6 goals and 7 goals respectively. Before a pre-season tour to Sweden though, Reading ended up playing Farnborough and lost by 2-1. After 3 wins in Sweden, Reading came back to the Madejski and were welcomed by Premier League outfit Tottenham Hotspur. Now Tottenham were fresh off signing Edgar Davids and the confidence continued to run through. A 2-0 win saw Tottenham win, but Reading were very competitive with Martin Jol's side. Reading ended pre-season with a 2-1 loss 4 days prior to the season starting. They lost to Dorchester Town in where a lot of the reserve players played. Now, with the season ready to start, Reading were kicking on and ready to start against Plymouth Argyle. The game was to take place at the Madejski Stadium and it would be the first game in what was Reading's most record-breaking history season yet. Join me as we go ahead and look back at that game in episode 2, as we go ahead and look back at August 2005. Now, thank you very much for watching, guys. I've been James. Please drop a like and please drop a comment on what you feel about this series going forward. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been James and we'll see you all in the next one. See ya.